Hi, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Sofia and today we are just talking about our October TBRs. Before starting, tell me in the comments what your TBR is because I love adding books to my own TBR. Autumn is one of my favorite seasons to read and I'm sure all of you have amazing autumn, Halloween, spooky book recommendations, so please tell me in the comments. Also, I tried to decorate my shelf, but I'm filming these on the 29th of September. There's no Halloween decorations anywhere. Like, I want to live in one of those countries where you celebrate Halloween, like, and it's so big that you can find decorations from like end of August. This is all I could find. I put so many books here. I'm not gonna be able to read all of them, but I just wanted to be ambitious this month. First book in my TBR is one that I bought recently, and that is The Shadow Between Us by Tricia Levenseller. Oh my god. I heard a lot about this book, saw it a lot on TikTok, and I really wanted to pick it up. I didn't know this author is the same as Daughter of the Pirate King, which is another book that I heard a lot about. I don't really know what it's about, so I'm just gonna read it. Alessandra is tired of being overlooked, but she has a plan to gain power. First, woo the Shadow King; 2, marry him; 3, kill him and take his kingdom for herself. No one knows the extent of the freshly crowned Shadow King's power. Some say he can command the shadows that swirl around him to his bidding. Others say they speak to him, whisper the thoughts of his enemies. Alessandra knows what she deserves and she's going to do everything within her power to get it. It just sounds angsty, which is what I want to read. If you have read it already, please tell me what you thought about it. The next book I'm reading is actually this one right here, and it is Weekend Sense by Emily A. Duncan. It was really recommended for autumn. I don't know much about this book. I know there's a girl that can hear like gods or some gods whispering in their hair, a prince that it's like having trouble because a lot of assassins wants to kill him, and then there's like a monster, and all of their stories came together, and I love that it doesn't tell you a lot about it. As I said, a lot of you recommended this to me. Then the next one is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. I've been wanting to read this book for forever. A lot of people liked it and recommended it. It's about one of my favorite tropes, which is main character turns antagonist or villain. It's a retelling of Alice in Wonderland, but it's in the perspective of the Red Queen and why she turned bad in Alice in Wonderland. So I've been wanting to read this for forever. The next one is The Bone Houses, which I already talked about in my books I want to read because they are pretty. When I read what it was about in that video, I was like, I'm gonna read this in October because it sounds so spooky. The Bone Houses by Emily Lloyd Jones is about this girl Cora Reed who has to care about her family after her parents died, so they become grave diggers. The problem with grave digging in the world that they live is that the dead don't always stay dead because there's a curse that made the bodies relived, like the dead just arise from the dead. And those dead people are called the Bone Houses. It's probably gonna be my first read of October. Next we have my most anticipated release of the year, which is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by Victoria Schwab. I cannot wait for this book. Anyone that has gotten an early copy loved it, fell in love, and as a really big Victoria Schwab fan, she is so proud of this book. It took her so long to read it, so I just cannot wait to dig my hands on it. I also ordered a special edition, which I hope it arrives soon. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, it's a book about this girl that made a deal with the devil so she could be immortal, but the price was that anyone that gets to know her forgets her if they are not looking at her. But one day she finds this boy that actually remembers her. Victoria Schwab books just keep getting better and better. These are my priorities. I have some other books here, some rereads that if I can I would. I'm gonna be body reading A Strange to Dream with someone. I really want to reread these, so it came at a perfect time. I'm gonna try to reread The Young Elites by Mary Lou. Lately I put these on some of my reels on Instagram and so many people were like, oh my god, we don't talk about The Young young elites really made me want to read it again. I'm a huge fan of the young elites because of the whole protagonist turning antagonist theme. It's about this girl, Adelina, who survives this deadly virus that is going around in her world. The only people that survive it are teenagers, and some of them came out with special powers. Those teenagers are feared by the people, so they become outcasts of the society. Adelina finds herself in a really hard situation, and the Young Elites, a group formed by these gifted teenagers, rescue her, and Adelina has to decide if she wants to join the people in her country or if she wants to become the villain of the story. It's an amazing book. I loved it. One of the first books I ever read in English, so if you can and you want to buddy read these, just tell me and we can all read them together. Probably gonna film a blog. Really dark too for October, if you want dark read. The next one is a book I couldn't read in September, but it was on my September TBR, which is Dark Dawn by J. Kristoff. Last book on the Nevernight series. Nevernight is about this girl whose parents are murdered and she's looking for vengeance, so she decides to join this cult of assassins to be able to kill the people that kill their parents. She has a special ability. She is a darkling and she can like move the shadows and hide in the shadows. I don't know how to explain it, but I want to read this book because I'm starting to forget what happens in Nevernight. And then the last book on my TBR, it's A Darker Shade of Magic by Victoria Schwab. I read this book a long time ago and it's been a while since I read it. And I just feel like it. I'm not gonna say anything more. So it's about this boy that can travel through worlds. There's 4 worlds that exist. In all of them, there's one city that is always the same, and that is London. We have Red London, White London, Grey London, and Black London. One of them was overpowered by the magic in the world. One knows about magic. Other London doesn't know about magic, which I say it's our London. And then the White London, it's ruled by these 2 really evil brothers. Kale can travel through all of these worlds. Yeah, I don't want to say anything more. Magic system in this is super good, and she is writing another book about this world. And that's gonna be it for my TBR. I really hope you liked it. Again, tell me in the comments your TBR reads or any recommendations that I can add to this already very large TBR. If you want to keep up with my reads, I have a lot of other social media. You can follow me on Goodreads. I also post daily at my Bookstagram. I love you guys and I will see you in the next one. Stay spooky. Bye!